In the year 1600 BCE, the Mayan people in ancient Mesoamerica had discovered the use of rubber. The Mayans used latex to make rubber balls, hollow human figures, and as a binding agent. Latex is the sap of the rubber tree. When exposed to air, it hardens into a springy mass. They later learned to mix the rubber sap with the juice from morning glory vines to make it more durable and elastic. Both the rubber tree and the morning glory were important plants to the Mayan people. Mayans made rubber balls which were about the size of a beach ball and weighed over 15 pounds, 7 kilograms. They were used in an important ritual game called Olama. In 1736, several rolled sheets of rubber were sent to France, where it fascinated those who saw it. In 1791, an Englishman named Samuel Peel discovered a means of waterproofing cloth by mixing rubber with turpentine. Joseph Priestley, English inventor and scientist, realized it could be used to erase pencil marks on sheets of paper. The demand for rubber products grew as the market for rubber coats and boots spread like wildfire across the United States of America. Charles Goodyear, an American whose name graces the tires under millions of automobiles worldwide, is credited with the creation of the modern form of rubber. Before 1839, rubber was subject to the conditions of weather. Goodyear's recipe, a process known as vulcanization, was discovered when a mixture of rubber, lead and sulfur were accidentally dropped onto a hot stove. The result was a substance that wasn't affected by weather and would snap back to its original form if stretched. The process was refined and the uses for rubber materials increased as well. This new product was resistant to water, chemical interactions and did not conduct electricity, so it was suited for a variety of products. The process of making rubber products improved. An Englishman named Sir Henry Wickham collected about 70,000 rubber tree seeds from Brazil in 1876 and took them to the East Indies, where he started rubber plantations. In 1877, an American named Chapman Mitchell learned to recycle used rubber into new products. In India, commercial cultivation of natural rubber was introduced by the British planters in 1873. Although the experimental efforts to grow rubber on a commercial scale in India were initiated as early as 1873 at the Botanical Gardens, Calcutta, the first commercial heavier plantations in India was established at Tattekad in Kerala in 1902. The rubber plantations in Mundakayam was introduced by Mr. J. Murphy around 1910. It was often called India rubber. The first rubber factory started in Calcutta in 1921 with the establishment of the Dixie I Rubber Factory. 1947, the government of India promoted the rubber industry by enacting Rubber Act and constituting Indian Rubber Board. In the coming years, India gained the patronage of the government, and both the plantation and manufacturing industries achieved spectacular development. Reclamation of rubber, which was initiated during the World War, was also developed into a robust industry in India. Rubber plantation has turned out to be breadwinners for 12 lakh farmers. Through that, a great socio-economic development was achieved. With globalization, the commercial boundaries of nations have waned and world trade has evolved into a single market. Competitiveness, both in cost and quality, has emerged as keys to prosperity. Today, India is world's largest producer and the second largest consumer of natural rubber. The state of Kerala alone contributes to 90% of the total production of natural rubber in India. The Indian rubber sector has over 6,000 rubber manufacturing industries that produce over 35,000 products. Tremendous opportunities exist for the Indian rubber industry in catering to global markets.